What's up? What's up? We're gonna get we'll get people time to come in and everything. We're live on Facebook and YouTube. I'm in Asher, man. So as far as the comments, do you want to have the comments on the screen or you want me to just pop up anything
Well,
if I
whatever
like it?
you want to do best. You can run it how you want to do it, my friend.
True enough, true enough. Let's get that. All right, you just popping in. Make sure you drop a comment. Let me know who you are, where you from. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I ain't tell you, man. I was going through these little sounds. I was like, I ain't gonna put some of these suckers on here, but if I hear something I like, I might. Okay, okay.
Gone.
Mm-hmm. So my birthday is tomorrow, and that's crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, how about it?
What you doing?
Just right
Oh,
here.
that tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Why?
Yeah,
I didn't talk about
I told my wife I should get the first piece of turkey.
that.
We eat see we do deep fried turkey. That's what
I
we do
always
for
wanted to do
Thanksgiving.
one. I've never done it.
Fried out, no, no, like I said, my mama do. She drops turkeys. That's what she do. She's the turkey dropper. So she do it for a couple churches and people and stuff
Right.
like that. So I always put my bid in, and so I get two turkeys
Nice.
because for my birthday, so I get buy one get one free. For the first turkey is for the Thanksgiving, the second
Uh-huh.
turkey just for me,
Nice.
just for me.
Nice. How mom seasoned it? She
So
seasoned it
man,
up
say
good.
yo, what's up, my guy? What's up, Ivan? Say it again. How you said how she see? I don't know. Like I said, I ain't gonna claim to be a cook. I can tell somebody when something off.
Uh-huh.
That's what I do. My wife,
Okay.
she's a cook. I said, oh, this is a little different. I ain't gonna tell her when it off something off. I ain't gonna do none of that now. But I
Keep
said
the
I
peace.
can. Yeah, I said I can. I ain't say I will. Hey, if you just dropping in, drop a comment, man. Let me know, man. Let me know. Y'all need us to talk about anything specific before we get started. Drop it in there. You know I like to talk about it, and I will talk about it. Oh, you already following? Oh, okay. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Well, I guess you know how raw I am, man. I'm I'm gonna tell y'all. I was on all Doberman or European Doberman. Shout out Zero. When I
Hmm.
was on there, I was actually prepping for a procedure I needed. So like 2 days I was prepping for a procedure. So I had to like have some drinking and stuff, drinking a lot of water and stuff like that.
Right.
And then fast a little bit, a lot slight fast. So I was in there, I was like, man, I hope I don't. I started cramping up. I said, I hope I don't cramp up during the live. So I remember he was like, yeah, man, oh yeah, you doing good. You look like you started off nervous. I was like, nah, I'm trying to make sure I didn't cramp and everybody looking at me.
Yeah, that wouldn't look good.
Yeah, exactly. Man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I'm trying to get my look in, lock my look in, and then maintain it. I think I have it as far as the dogs here, but you know, I keep, switching this, change this, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but we're gonna get into that later because you know, I changed my mind. So you been watching my content, I change my mind all the time. What I was thinking about doing yesterday ain't today. Matter of fact, I walking dogs today, trying to figure out what I like, what's my favorite. Just part of dogs in general. Like, okay, what do I like? Because I watch people. I watch a
Mhm.
lot of people like YouTube and stuff. So as much as I do content, I also watch other people's content. Because they throw in some nuggets Oh, speaking of nuggets, man, I'm about to put somebody on game because I know somebody might not heard it because I ain't hear it. So I heard my man talking. Yeah, ask free questions, man. Shoot. I'm ready to shoot. I'm ready to answer. We'll let my man Jamie. We'll let him introduce himself first, and then we'll let him start answering questions as well. But yeah. So the guy said, so you can get your hips and elbows. Dogs can get their hips and elbows 15 months.
Right.
Via ADRK. So I saw it, I've seen like Nala parents, she was saying that's what she do already. That's her way back then, but she didn't tell me how. I was like, so who the vet? Where you go and stuff like that? And then I seen it on TikTok and I was like, okay, so it's just a thing. So I might holler at my vet, man, see if I can get, it's always better to get, official things early.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, look at that question he asked. Look at the question. I'm coming right to that. But I'm coming right there in a second, man. So, man, we here, man. The name of this, let's see here. Here's the name of this, man. How much the puppy cost? This is what we're gonna be talking about eventually. We're gonna get to the good where the good get the good. Hey, I see y'all people hopping in. Hey, make sure y'all drop a comment, whether you're just showing love or you want to say who you are. Throw your stuff out there, man. We're gonna make sure we shed some light on everybody that in the comment section. Also, Jamie, what do you like sending people to? Facebook or?
Well, I got Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. You can find me at Jamie Evans Family Rottweilers. On those platforms, you can find me there.
Evans Family Rottweiler. Make sure y'all tap in there. And y'all should. I'm GSP Riders everywhere. Everywhere you look, everywhere you go, I'm GSP Riders. But yeah, this is gonna be the main question, man. I've been seeing it all over, online, everywhere. How much the pup cost? So you know what? We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it today. Let's get to you. What's up, my guy? Yo, I gotta get you on, man. I gotta get you on. Let me see what we can start here. All right, good question. Good question. My man said, "Why did I sell Draco?" He loved him. Guess who loved him also? Me. I can't replace him to save my life. I ain't gonna hold you. This is the part of the dog game, man. Is just making decisions and just going with it. I'm a small kennel. I try to stay a small kennel. So my goal is to have like around six adult dogs, two or three puppies. That's the area I'm trying to stay in. It's rough, very hard because you want to. Well, once you start liking everything you make, you want to keep everything. That's the issue. So, but you gotta let them go. So and sometimes it's small things like, oh, they're right there. So with Draco, I had a lot of breeders. I'm gonna explain to you guys that a lot of breeders were talking. So you got different areas as far as eyes on dogs, right? They can be the dark brown, a little bit lighter, which is is okay. A little bit lighter than that is that when you get into the fault area, and then lighter than that is like the yellow and stuff like that. That those are disqualifications. So Draco eyes wasn't the darkest, but they also wasn't super light. But I like the look I like is when the sun is just beaming right in their face, and that's the picture I like to take. I'm putting y'all on game right now. But anyway, so when I take like one of my really good pictures of my dogs, I do that. So everybody look at the dogs and like, oh, he got light eyes because the way the sun hit it. And it got to me, y'all. I was early in the game. It was getting to me over time. So I'm gonna give me another male. That's when I got Thor, and then him and Thor, they were cool but not cool at the same time. Thor like his tail, his ball, his stuff like that, and Draco is the boss. Draco really don't play that. Draco cool, y'all know Draco cool. He really don't play that though. And he don't play with the fan when it comes to family too. Draco don't play. Draco laid back, cool. And you can pet Drake, step on Drake if you're human. Step on Drake, crawl over and stuff like that. But he if he think you looking like you about to do something, you a dog. Draco don't play that. So long story short, I had a lot of puppies by Drake. So I was like, well, it makes sense beneficial as a kennel to switch up. So that's what happened. So and I switched up, and now I'm gonna switch up again, and I'm gonna switch up again. But we'll talk about all that later. But yeah, that's basically it, man. Just trying to whatever. But I miss Draco because Draco, Draco was a producer. He outproduced himself every single time, man. You can't buy that. You got to get lucky on that. Somebody said somebody just forwarded trying to play it off. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about on that one. What's up, man? Let's see here. Who is Fisher House Rottweiler? What's up? From North Carolina. Okay. You right on the road. But yeah, let me let Jamie introduce himself. You can go ahead and have the flow, man.
All right. My name is Jamie Evans. I have Evans Family Rottweilers. I've been dealing with Rottweilers now over 30 years. I got my first Rottweiler when I was 18, 51 now. So I got my first Rottweiler in 1992, female. And ever since then, I've had a Rottweiler in my family, either male or female. Probably in 30 plus years, I probably went 3 years without a Rottweiler in my house. So pretty much that's the breed that I deal with.
Now Jamie has some heat. That's what he don't tell y'all. He has some heat. He started off like some people start off with like me. I started off with a dog with no papers. Work my way up. So like that. Jamie got heat. Yeah. Jamie came with some heat. I remember writing a breeder. Speaking of Draco, I wrote the breeder that I got Draco from. I said, boy, I think I got your best dog up in South Carolina. I'm running things. I'm telling you. He was like, I don't know, man. It's a guy that'll buy you now. He got some heat from me now.
Yeah,
that's how I met Jamie. I found out about him just like that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we kind of deal with the same people in some ways, and yeah, I met Draco's parents when I went to that breeder, and if you were to see Draco parents, you would say, "Wow, I can't believe how big and structurally sound those two dogs were." Draco mom looked like a male. She's still living. She is, I think, probably one of the best females you would ever seen. And you can see him producing that with his dogs. But I knew he was going to do that. I mean, because when he told me, hey man, I sent one of throw his puppy down to South Carolina, I've been like, oh man, I miss out on that. So I bounced back, but yeah, I knew that dog was gonna do what that dog did the whole time.
And there you go. There's your explanation and everything too. So Draco's breeder was Von Rees.
Yeah.
And I met him just finding him on YouTube. Matter of fact, he's not even a YouTuber, and I found him on YouTube because somebody else decided to record him because way more old school. And I couldn't even reach him without calling. But after we got on the phone, I was like, all right, I'm sold. Boom.
Yeah.
Because he just laid back like that. Just, hey man, this is gonna happen. I had told somebody, he had said, he was like, Gary, this puppy usually have 4 girls, 4 boys, I'm telling you. And I was like, man, I don't know about that 4-pick male, man. And then he was like, I tell you what. I usually don't do this, but I tell you what, if she don't have it, I got you.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, man, y'all, and nobody know. See, my other dog had passed away, so I was like, man, I really needed a male. Turns out she had 4. She had 4. So.
Yeah, Wayman really knows what he's talking about when it comes to dog. I thought I knew about Rottweilers, but this man knows about Rottweilers. He can guide you where you want to go. He can put you in a situation you need to be in to get the best dog. Now, I really did enjoy doing business with him, and I talked to him a lot, messaging him back and forth, and we became real cool. So he was good people. Really, like you say, old school, know exactly what he had and what you needed. So yeah, good guy.
Yeah, exactly. So Jamie, I got my first question for you, man. So was Rottweiler your first favorite breed, or what happened with that? You just became?
Actually, the Rottweiler was not my first favorite breed. My first favorite breed was the Doberman Pinscher. In my small town in southern South Carolina, there were a lot of Dobermans around my neighborhood. We lived in apartments, but the neighborhoods and the town around us, there were a whole lot of Dobermans. And I'm not talking the little small Doberman. I'm talking the big Dobermans, the ones that would go and you go up somebody's yard and you're like, what in the world is that? That dog looked as tall as a man, and that's the first dog I ever fell in love with was the Doberman.
That is crazy. It's totally the opposite. I probably seen my first Doberman. Have I even seen one in real life? Let you think about it for a second. I mean, I probably still haven't seen a Doberman. That is crazy. I got into Rottweilers because of, I finally got one. That's basically, I didn't even see Rottweilers. When I was little, we had pit bulls, and I just remember my mom was like, man, they took our dogs. They took like 3 of our dogs. They said our dogs had killed some goats up the road, but they said no, they think it was that rock. They call them rocks back then, right? It's rock, ROC.
Yeah,
it was that rock running around. So that was my first, I was like, oh, they must be mean, man, killing goats and stuff and blaming on my pit bulls. That's the first thing I knew about it. and never seen a Doberman in real life until I had people that used to talk about them. And so then when I started, I like even my pit bulls. If you go back now, my pit bulls that I had back then was probably close to bullies,
right?
Than normal what people have now. Pit bulls. I mean, the traditional ABPT. My dogs were heavier, so I was like heavier set dogs. I seen somebody was talking about dogs, and they was like they had German Shepherds. I never liked it. That's my daddy and his whole entire family. First of all, they're all cowboy fans. Second of all, they're all German Shepherd fans. They German Shepherd. My uncle would ride you to death about a German Shepherd, but he's like, "Oh, nephew, you need to get German Shepherds out there. I'm telling you."
Yeah, that's how they sound.
Yeah. I was like, nah, see. So I never really, that was my thing. So I never really liked the skinny dogs, but they grew on me. They grew on me now. As I learned the history, I learned, they were made by Rotties.
Right.
I like to throw that out there a lot. But that's for you Doberman breeders listening,
Yeah.
like to throw that out there. Let me see what we got in the comments. Hey, make sure y'all drop comments. Let me know where you're from. All the good stuff. If you just want to show love, just let me know something, man. See, that's what I've been hearing about.
I never watched that movie.
Y'all are older than me though. So when Doberman Gang came out,
I have no idea. My mom would never let me watch a movie like that. So I hear about that movie, and I've seen it on the like cassette players and all that tapes, but I never knew about that movie. Because when I
Page all by the way, man, he Wisconsin, man. He's good.
Yeah, when I was thinking of getting a Doberman, I said my Doberman first thing was gonna be Prince. I already had the name picked out and everything. But no, I didn't get a Doberman. But the Doberman led to the Rottweiler for me. So
see that makes sense.
Yeah.
Rottweilers is, man, I'm telling you, I wanted, my dream was like, man, when I buy my first house, I wanted 2 big dogs to be in there. And that was like a dream. That was all working. That was my little that kept me going every day. Like, I'm gonna get 2 dogs, get in there. I gotta get a pit bull. So because I was still pit bull guy.
Right.
So I got a ride in the pit bull. Man, when I had both of them together, and that I met a Roddy and how smart they were, and like just intelligence and stuff. They just automatically just know. They just know stuff. So they just know better. No, I mean, no shout out, no hate on the pit bull, but that man used to tear my dang house up. I ain't gonna lie to you. Ooh, we used to have him on camera. I'm talking about digging holes, digging in China, right in the middle of my kitchen. Oh yeah. So but I had my Roddy name. My Roddy bark at him. He tell him, hit him one time with a paw, and tell him everything. So
that's smart, Roddy. Yeah. Because my first
he
time
wasn't even like like top whatever. He was just Roddy.
Yeah. My first time ever seeing a Roddy, for me, I didn't even know it was a Rottweiler. I went to my cousin's grandmother's house, and I was probably about 11, maybe 10, somewhere in there. And she had this dog that was black and same colors as the Doberman, but he was compact, nice head, and his name was Bullet. And I remember, I said, man, that dog is a Doberman, but he's not a Doberman. But I didn't know what the Rottweiler was at the time. Loved the dog. So fast forward, same cousin, I've been at his house, maybe I don't know what in that time frame, but you know, the encyclopedias, when everybody had the encyclopedias. So I've been looking up dogs, just looking at dogs in the encyclopedia, and that's when the dog. And I said, I'm gonna get that dog when I turn old enough to get a dog. I said, I like him better than that Doberman. So that's how that's when it started.
So man, am I saying it right, Ivan? Because I know it can be different things. So I'm gonna say Ivan though. For how long do you generally keep your dogs before you feel like it's time for them to go? I think that's a me question. Is it me? Yeah, it's probably for me. It depends on the dog, man. It depends on the dog. I won't lie to you. Y'all know I like to stay transparent. Draco is my favorite dog. So when I decided to become a breeder, I was like, if I can come up on Draco, that'll set me up for the future, being able to walk away. Because I ain't want to be kennel blind. I ain't want to be, one of those people that hoard dogs that have $1 million in my yard. But I wanted a certain line, and in order to create the line, I got to be willing to walk away. When you're shopping, had to be willing to sell when it's something that, I was like, I got enough from him. Like right now, Thor is available. I got enough from him. People are like, oh, it's his time.
Yeah,
his time came quicker than Draco because I got what I needed from him. Drake was a different situation. I was, it's just different points. So I needed more Draco, right? But I also needed Thor, and then you got the females. As females, sometimes you're gonna be like, you know what, it's time.
Yeah,
that's what it. And then if it's not time, sometimes you're gonna look at the dog and be like, it's never time, right? This dog ain't going nowhere. Not this one, right? It depends on me, the family, and how we choose things.
Yeah, and I'll elaborate a little more on that. I think if you're gonna be a breeder, you got to be able to put the not take the blinders off. You have to look at the dogs you have and see how those dogs are gonna better your program or how they're not gonna better your program. So you always should be looking to move on from a dog in your breeding program. You should never be stuck on the dog. I love my dogs to death, but I think once that thing is, I've gotten what I need out of them. I'm not saying I'm gonna throw them to the streets,
right? Yeah, they're not in the streets.
But it's time for you to move on if you're gonna be a breeder. Now, if you're a pet owner, you don't have to worry about stuff like that.
Right. All right. Speaking of Draco, Draco living a great life. Draco is solo male. He got him like 4 girlfriends. He living a good life down there in Georgia. You see the message of that, man?
Yeah, man. He's Fisher. Yeah, I messaged him a lot, man. He's a good guy, man. He knows a lot about dogs, man, and he's always giving me props about JC, man. JC is becoming a famous dog, so everybody knows JC. So yeah, he's a real good guy, man.
My man, Angola, Southern Africa. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. What's up? And we got Caribbean in the house, which I knew that already. Shout out my guy. You always showing love on YouTube. I don't tell me I forgot the meme mug. No, I can't forget the meme mug. Gang. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, everything.
Yeah, yes, definitely.
All in one dog. All my dogs are related, man. Long story short, I mean that's how I keep my consistency. But I tell you, my thing is I don't like go by where somebody else. So I wouldn't ask anybody before I make a decision. That's one of my things. So I got to do a lot of my self research. So I know a lot of people. I think mentors have been talking about a lot, right? So I got a couple mentors that I bang ideas off of, but these ideas that I'm already thinking of. So when I'm going to make a decision, like my decisions I came up with today, is I like to make it. I like to do my own research. You know, I'm on Google. I'm on all the different sites. I'm on ChatGPT. I even use AI, y'all. whatever it is to use. I'm a numbers guy, so you know I'm all about coefficient inbreeding. I'm all about what carries, what if it carries from mom most of the time, carries from dad. I'm looking at the small little things, down to the feet, everything, every little mark on the feet I'm paying attention to. But these little things, since I don't want you guys to make GSP dogs. I want you guys to make your dogs. So when I'm talking on YouTube and stuff, I'm just generally speaking, like, hey, you do this, man, you can figure that out. You do this, figure that out. Because everybody got their own look, their own style, or what they like in a dog. And I like my man said, all in one. I like my dog to be all in one. I want my dog to do everything. If I feel like something's missing, then I go get it. All right, that's essentially what I do. Like I wanted a little bit more square head, so I was like, let me go get it. And that's what Thor for. Thor brought some square heads in here, and then Thor did his job. So now Thor can do the job somewhere else. So same thing. Draco, dark structure, temperament. Draco brought a lot. I ain't gonna hold you. he brought some stuff. He brought some stuff I wasn't prepared for. My girl Duchess, she brought the size. You know, I needed it, right? So there's a lot of stuff I need, and she brought the look, the square. Boom. I'm a square guy. I'm not a circle guy. I know some people, sometimes they like the dog with the I don't know what type of shape that is. It's like a trash can barrel, but the snout is more rounded like this sometimes. Yeah, it's just not my look. I support everybody, but it's just not my look. So I'm more a square guy. So I try to make my dogs look like what I like. So you see my camp, you kind of see if all of them not there, eventually it would be. I know I got some new blood in there, so a couple of dogs not gonna have that look. So if I look at my dog right now, everybody sort of similar because everybody got that little thing I was looking for that I don't tell people. And then and then you got like my new dog Zoe, whatever, with the darkness, and she also has size. But yeah, most of my stuff is in the background. It's not in the forest. So guys, if you go look at my dogs, you can't see. So what I'm looking for is behind them, not what you're looking at. But that's basically how I do it. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's shout out y'all. I want everybody to speak up. Everybody speak up, man. Drop a comment. My man here, look at that. There you go. That's a nice dog on your profile, man.
It is.
Look at that. See, I probably can name, man. My next question, I probably can name 2 of these just by your conversation you had already. We're gonna find out. So what is your top 3 breeds right now?
Okay, let's take the Rottweiler out.
Without the Rottie,
yeah, without the Rottweiler. My top 3 breed right now to me is the Doberman,
I knew that
the Bull Mastiff, and the Akita. Those 3 dogs, I would always say if I didn't have a Rottweiler, I would have one of those dogs. I love the Doberman from a young age, but the Bull Mastiff, I always like that mass, that big, powerful dog, not too tall, not too short. The bulldog looking face, always just been a big fan of the Bull Mastiff. And the Akita, I just think that's one of the most, that would be the next dog I get if I didn't have a Rottweiler. I just love the height, the colors. I mean, the color pattern is crazy with those dogs. The big, the blockhead, square head, like you talked about. And the curl tail, and just a big, powerful dog. I'm into the big, powerful dogs, and those 3 that I would definitely have if I didn't have the Rottweiler.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm in the powerful dogs too. I don't like clingy dogs, all right. That's why I walked away from like pit bulls and stuff. So they got clingy to me. So my top 3 without riders. Bottleneck me. Whether you say cane corso or Connie corso, I like those. I specifically like the solid colors. So I seen those all black Connie corso at a dog park. I don't go into the dog park. I just walk around. It's a trail around it, and that's a whole nother thing. But I seen that dog, walking, just kicking and stuff. Had a gold chain on. I was like, that thing nice. My thing though, my top breeds, you'll find out that but we'll finish them off. XL Bully. XL Bully's number 3. Yeah, I got hierarchy. Like Corso was 1, XL Bully number 3, and then right there in the middle is Borbles.
Oh yeah.
Now all of these dogs, if it's low quality, I probably ain't gonna like it. I won't lie.
Man, I am in the country. I had the opportunity to get a quality Borble about last year.
Ooh, yeah.
And the lady, she gave me a great offer. Puppy, all the adult female I could have got. I had to turn it down because I had to still live with my wife and think about bringing that dog home at the time.
Yeah,
Had a problem. So yeah. Oh man, right now today I'm still kicking myself why I didn't pull the trigger on that deal. But yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of the name offhand, but so I had somebody pick up Silver, if you remember Silver.
Yeah.
Pick up Silver from Florida. There's a breeder up in North Carolina here. And he had a Borble too. And the Borble was just riding along with him. So when he dropped Silver off, he had that dog with him. So I was like, what that dog look like? That was my first time ever seeing one. I was like, see, I like that. See, XL Bullies, that's why I say I like certain quality. Because if it's an XL Bully, it has to be like a true one, like one that really looks the look. I don't like watered down one. It's probably the same thing with Rottweiler for me, man. If it's not like a good looking, you ain't got. It can be certain styles, right? I like every style, but every style has a tier system. Like we know that. Like if you like the old school riders, a tier system on old school riders. Some oh, that one look good. Some you like that ain't it. Even at screens, I don't have this conversation. The screens are not the same. It's like it's a million of them, first of all. And you kind of, you deter it, and some get a little too overdone, look like, it's kind of like when you're cooking bacon. You like that perfect whatever, then somebody's gonna have some raw bacon, somebody have some overcooked bacon. So that's just how I see it. Even show dog. When me and you had this conversation, show dog, same thing. Confirmation show dogs. If they get too narrow, they really don't supposed to be like that narrow, like narrow in the butt, and like real deer like. Don't like that. I like a rider for the reason I fell in love with the riders. So, but I mean, you can have you can have working. I also don't like working. I like working dogs. I like dogs that look good that do the working dogs. Some people in the gang, I don't know why they do this, but they'll get a quality rider from quality bloodlines, but it just didn't come out looking right. And they're just, that's a working dog. No, that's just a funny looking dog. It kind of like it's kind of like when you're growing up, man. Most of the time, the ugly dude can fight.
Yeah,
you can't do nothing else. But
exactly.
My man said, "I said standard poodle." Standard poodle, that's different. Yeah. So the poodles, they come in all black, don't they?
Yeah, you got some in all black.
What else colors they? All white. So I couldn't do white. That thing be dirty.
You got that like
and like some mixed colors.
Yeah, you got all kind of color with poodles. You got a gray one. I've seen some gray, blue, whatever they call them.
That's my dad's right there. My dad said the same thing. Rottweiler, German Shepherd, and Corso. I made him turn the curl on 2 of them. I think he like riders more than the German Shepherds now, just because he's been watching my stuff. The same way. I'm telling you.
There you go.
He has a German Shepherd and what else he has out there? A standard bully, the classic bully. The classic. So it's like a bigger pit bull, basically.
Yeah.
See what my man's saying here about Akitas? That's what I was thinking. When you said Akitas earlier, I was like, man, I just only heard about Akitas.
Yeah.
They look pretty though. It's crazy dog looking like that and they be ready to get you.
They're a hard dog, man. I know some guys that had ones, man. Them some hard dogs, man. I don't think they're intelligent as a Rottweiler. I don't think it's no comparison with them with a Rottweiler. They are definitely for looks. They're definitely for looks.
I understand that. Oh, you ain't late, man. It's never too late. We still on. You ain't late,
sir.
Man. Let's see here. That's a long question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you start that one out too.
Okay.
That second question is mine, but
All
I'm gonna
right.
let you answer.
The one thing that can make a female not take is maybe not timing it right. If you're trying to breed a female, and you're not sure. Progesterone tests are the best thing to do. Do your homework, talk to your vet, go get your dog tested because that makes a lot. And then if you don't have a good stud that can get the job done, you need to find somebody who can do a great AI. All this times perfect with each other. You have to make sure these numbers have to line up. I have a female in heat right now that I'm about to breed, and I'm taking her to get her progesterone test done next week. I'm trying to make sure these numbers line because some people do it at 9 days. She's probably gonna flag. Then you got between 9 and 11 and 13, 14. That's when you need to be on it. You need to be getting that semen in there. So it's all timing. If you're not gonna, you can't wing it. Yeah, if you're not sure, consult your vet, consult a breeder that knows what he's doing, and it should work.
All right, so he basically explained the process reasons why a dog will not take. That's usually when it's like most of the time those are the basic errors or whatever. But also look out for stuff. It could be UTIs. So situations like that are whether it's the stud or the female, something could be going on with them. Some dogs have progesterone situations, especially if they're like older. So when I know a lot of people won't breed a dog until they have all the tests done. So we'll say you do all the testing at 2 year, and then you do your first breeding at 2.5, and you forgot though because you were doing something else. Maybe you were doing a show or working the dog, forgot. So your first time you breeding a dog is at 3 years old, and then something happens then. So now you're on your second try in the dog, and now you're getting into close to 4. So by the time that dog say you're on that third breeding or the second breeding, then because some people also skip. So you might skip a heat. All of a sudden, this dog is 5.5, right? 5.5 during the second breeding. So then you have progesterone situation, eggs, old and regular. It can be all kind of stuff, because certain dogs they tap out at different time periods. One dog maybe have the healthy litter at 7, while another one at 3 they over with. It depends. Especially since you mentioned Ibro, these dogs come from overseas, right? So we don't really know the history of these dogs. You think you heard of it. You got to go by what they tell you, because how else you gonna know? Especially if they've been bred before. Now, people have had situations where they said the dog was never bred. You can test and see the dog been bred before.
Yeah.
But in the cases where they said the dog been bred once and it really been 3 times, it's that's when you get into those situations. And Ibra was a lot of those things. Ibra was a situation where her heat cycle was a little different. She was older. She'd probably been bred more times than what they said she was. Sometimes you just draw the short stick, man. You just gotta deal with it, learn from it. That's why I tell y'all stuff like that. Just learn from it. Learn from me. I lost a lot of money. I know they're going to. There's a lot of people on TikTok. Oh man, those young guys, they don't know. Those young guys lost a lot of money. Trust me.
Yeah, you do lose a lot of money.
So
yeah, I hope that's not your main thing breeding dog, because you're gonna lose more money than you gain.
Yeah, that's basically what I was trying to say, man. Hormonal issues, man. She had a lot of, and I'm gonna throw this out there, man. I'm pretty sure it's probably some heat shot situation going on with Ibra. I ain't gonna whatever. That's it. And we just gonna say Ibra. We ain't gonna say her name, where she from, none of that. That's just what it is. That Cane Corso Boardroom Presser. I like those.
Yeah.
Pressers. See, I'm a dog. I gotta have all my dogs gotta be around my kids, and I just don't hear so much about pressers, man. But some people were talking about riders like that before, so I don't know. I ain't gonna. I don't want to prejudge them. And they were brought the house said the presser and the boardroom.
I don't know much about the presser.
Me, I mean,
I don't know much.
Similar to the Corso.
Yeah.
A little more, aggressive.
Yeah.
More aggressive than the Corso and tougher. I'm trying to think where they're from.
Canary Islands.
Canary Islands, yeah. So they had their own little, so they're
Yeah.
you know, so they was able to like really do what they need to do.
Yeah.
There's some stuff out there that only the oppressor can take care of.
Yeah.
I think what is like Canary Islands, like seven little islands, right off the course of Africa, I think. So so there's some stuff over there.
Yeah.
Certain dog to take care of. Folk, man, we're gonna jump to some questions, to the main question, but we're gonna you have any kennel niches or niches?
Well, my niche with my kennel is I'm a small breeder. I'm not trying to be big, quite like yourself. My name is with Evans family. The family part is more than any other part of that name. Like I said, I've had owned Rottweilers over 30 years. So all my kids grew up with Rottweilers, my wife and all my kids. So when my kids were young, I taught them how to train Rottweilers. My kids can handle my dogs just as well as I can. They're adults now, but they can handle my dogs as much as I can, because I couldn't have any. When I used to see Rottweiler, I saw those dogs that were very aggressive, want to get you. And I said, no, we can't have that, because, the Rottweiler can end up like a lot of these other dogs and banned. So we're trying to keep them from being banned. And so we're trying to produce the family Rottweiler. I mean, we're still trying to keep the structure, the guardian instincts, but we want that dog to be able to be around kids, friends. Your dog should be able. My dogs, you can come in my house. They know when you're not supposed to be there and when you're supposed to be there, and that's how it is. Because, for example, we had one of my males in Home Depot. And me and my son, and a veteran stopped us, and he was talking. He used to own Rottweiler, so he was talking to us. So it was like 10 people in the appliance area just walking around. And all of a sudden, this little girl just came and grabbed my male, just wrapped her arms around him. I did not see this little girl, but my male did not make any kind of moves. He just let her rub him. And when the people saw that and they saw how he acted with the little girl, they gave the Rottweiler a good name. So they can go back and say, hey, all Rottweilers are not like the ones we see in the movies or we see in the street. So that's what we're trying to do here in my kennel.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm pretty close to that. But yeah, Boss Man Kennels, I follow him on Instagram. I do see his dogs. Mine, is similar. Like with training, I'm big on obedience. I'm big on hugging structure. I mean, hugging the standard. I'm not going to say a dog has to be right. I'm not that type of person. I think somebody said something about size. Size is tricky. Size is tricky.
Yeah.
First of all, you got to believe it, right? Some scales lean a little bit more than other scales. but me though, I just want the dog to look good, right?
That's it.
The dog look. I like a hardy looking dog, right? The dog can look hardy at 100 pounds, right?
Yep.
It all depends on the height versus the length of the dog and all that stuff. So you just don't want a dog to look overweight, because if a dog's shorter, a dog shouldn't be 130, 140. Dog gonna look crazy. If dog has some height on him, he can hold a little more weight. But my stuff is all about ability, being able to run. Now, since we're at it though, I like pretty dogs. That's my thing. I'm a family dog too, but I like my dogs to be able to work and be pretty. What's the point? Like I give people, Rottweiler was originally made to do this, and this is what they do. But Rottweiler was originally made for people.
Yep.
Don't get it. They're made for people, and we're still people. So we don't need them for the exact same thing, but we also want them to remain popular. As you can see, they're in AKC, they're in the top 10, so they are popular. Yes, so whatever people talking crazy about, they messing up the breed. The breed is popular. That's what you want. Because once that breed start dying out, then you're gonna have another issue. So let things work out. Learn, teach somebody if you really want them to know a little bit more about this, that, and the third. But in general, I like family dog. I got younger kids. I like them to be around the dogs and everything, be fine. I want my dogs to be able to take care of my family, right?
That's it.
Like, so when my dogs is around family, they know, oh, this is my baby girl.
Yep.
She better not cry. You better make sure you lay back and very calm, lay on your back. Matter of fact, let her play.
Yeah. Yeah.
and don't let nobody play with her. So
Yeah.
that's the whole concept with myself. I'm big on training, but also like pretty. Now people or handsome or however you want to say it, a good looking dog. What you consider a good looking dog may be whatever you like, right? Because sometimes it's a picture in your head, sometimes it's what you used to when you were little, whatever. That's fine with me. I like what I like as a good looking dog, and I like a lot of different good looking dogs. Like I like, I talked to Jamie. I like Jamie dog. James' dog gonna look different from mine. I like Proctor's dogs. Proctor dog's gonna look different from mine. So I like a lot of different dogs. Right? I just that's just who I am. As far as the riders, like different areas. I don't want everybody to be the same. Rottweiler's already the same color, man. Goodness.
Yeah.
Can we have something a little bit different? Just a little bit, man. That's why I say you can hug the standard, but yeah.
Yeah. Because if you go to somebody's house and you want a dog, everybody say temperament. Well, they can have great temperament. If they look like trash, you're not gonna want that dog. They have to have that look that you want. And everybody should know what they want when they go to get a Rottweiler. You want that look. You got to know exactly what look you're looking for.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't like them, you're not. If you like what you like, you're gonna put a lot of effort in. And if you don't like what you see, then you need to find what you like and go get what you like.
Appreciate it, Dre. That for me. Yeah, you know it, man. We back from the pit bulls to Apollo, to Ava, and then now I'm in the game and they talking about me. Yeah, that's how I go. Good and bad. I take the good, bad, worst, everything, man. Everything. All right, my man here. Let's see. Made to be working dogs. Yeah, I like my dogs to work too. I think I treat dogs just like I treat people, man. You ain't got to be ugly to work. That's just how I feel about it, man. I like both. I like as much as possible. I like, what I'm saying, if this is off, I'm trying my best. I know it's no perfect dog. So that's what also we got to remember. I'm trying my best to maintain what I have, right? The knowledge. I'm not gonna lose this knowledge. I'm not gonna lose the ability to run, jump. That's another reason why I had Thor, because I feel like no dog is quick as that dog. That dog is like through the roof. And I know he's a scream, head type, body type is like something out of this world. I don't know. He's different. Running, whatever. He's not even like overly whatever. He's just different. Like you can mix all those dogs together and make him like he got, how to like build a player on an NBA Live or something like that. So that's how he is. He can really jump through the roof. I'm not making nothing up. He can really run, like I said, he can run. He really bites, like I said, he can bite. But like I said, he did his job for me because I wanted the blood. So now I got to take him, get his blood, and then get his blood to look like my dog, but still have his stuff I wanted about him. So same thing with every dog I take in. That's how we go. I'm gonna see if we're ready for that main question yet. Here you go. This for you.
All right.
I ain't paid on me, love. Put your stuff up. There you go. There you
go. What would I do if I can go back? That's a good question. If I could do something different, I would buy better quality at the beginning. I think when you're starting out, you kind of go for what you just see, but you don't understand the quality of what you're getting. And a lot of people don't, they're just selling dogs. And then if you're just buying dogs, then you, like you say, you look at that dog eventually, you go, that's not what I want. But you had to put a lot of money in it. So if it was for me, I would go back and tell a younger me, learn more about the breed before you start buying. Learn a lot more. Buy the quality. Pay more than what you need to pay to get a better dog. To get a dog with that structure you like, with the headpiece you like, with that guardian instinct you like. That's what I would tell me. If I can go back, just get a better dog than what you started out with.
All right. Any advice for a new breeder? Something you wish you had done different from the beginning? You kind of said that one already.
Yeah.
Any advice for a new breeder?
Yeah. And anything for a new breeder. I mean, you have to do your homework. Do your homework. Know if you're starting off with a Rottweiler, know about the Rottweiler. Know all the the characteristics of the Rottweiler, what the Rottweiler was bred to do. Know that dog. Then find good breeders. The internet makes it much easier to find good breeders. You have like yourself, GSP, you have Proctor, you have Von Rees, you have a plethora of great breeders out there. But when you find those breeders, make sure that's the dog, they got the dog you want. And then when you find that dog, you talk to that breeder, you find out, hey, how can I take this dog that they have and make it my own? Because like you said earlier, you don't want to have a GSP dog. You want to have your dog. You want to have, because when you buy their dog, that's their dog. And you have to put together your look. Because if you don't put together your look, you just an advertising board for somebody else. So if a new breeder, please understand what you're looking for. Don't let anybody just tell you what you're looking for. Do your research, do your homework. It's too much information out there for you to make a mistake buying a dog. Do your homework and you should come out pretty good.
That's why I say, start small. Don't jump the gun as a new breeder. Start small, because you, like I say, you don't know. What if you don't like it? Because I know a lot of people that they get into it and they're like, oh yeah, I can make this dog. You forget the hard parts. You're forgetting the losses. You're forgetting, if you have to do AIs, you're forgetting whelping. Whelping is by itself is super hard, and if you have to pay for that, or if you want somebody to help you, you forget. Even if you don't have one connection. Also, when you purchase a dog from a breeder, make sure it's a breeder that can provide you with information as you go on. Not just right then and there. Not just, hey, here you go the dog, boom. A breeder that you can call again. Hey,
yep.
So I'm doing this with this, or this is happening right now. Any suggestions, whatever. Gotta have that. I still talk to my original breeders.
Yeah, I do too.
So that's how basically that's the first thing you need. You can find some good people, man. Also, when you get the dog, love the mama and the daddy.
That's it.
Don't just love, don't just that's a heck of a stud, right?
You find a good stud anywhere.
Nah, you better love both.
You better love both. Yeah. Because if you don't love both, I when I go to a breeder, I want to see the mama first. Don't even show me your male first. Show me the mama. We ain't got to go no further. If your mama trash, I know I need to walk out.
Hey, my man, I took the route. I was like, I need to make puppies. Because I was like, I can't just start with a male unless it's like fire male, like Jamie has him. He just, he got blessed. But me personally,
I did.
But me personally, I was like, I got to get me a male and a female. So I actually started with both dogs. I locked in female first. So I would say I was planning on the route to go female, because I had a dog that wasn't AKC. But so I wasn't gonna breed that with the female that I had. So I went ahead and got a female because I was planning for the future. I was like, okay, I was gonna keep that dog as a pet. That was Apollo, but he ended up passing away. So I ended up buying a male even before I got the female that I had locked in first. So I had both of them. But that was my original goal, was because I didn't know. I was making videos on a weekly basis right when I started, because I wanted to get my name out there as far as marketing wise. And I'm an introvert, believe it or not. Super introvert. So except when it comes to dogs, I can talk all day about dogs. Other than that, you probably won't hear from me.
That's me.
So when I started, I had to figure out something that works for me. I said, man, what works for me? So I was like, let me start, social media, YouTube that works for me. Make my own puppies. Let me show my own puppies off. And
yeah.
And it went from there. All right, we got to get to this question, man. We got to get the name of the thing, man. We ain't even got to it yet. Let's see here. What I want to say. There we go. How much should pups cost? That's the name of the game, man. How much should pups cost? I've been seeing, the past couple of weeks, people going back and forth on how much pups cost. And, we just want to, let's talk about it. That's what we want to do. We're going to talk about it. We'll let you go first, man. What do you think as far as how much the pups cost in general? What comes to your mind?
Well, I know when I bought my first Rottweiler in 1992, that's a long time ago, I paid $200 for my female. $200.
Okay.
All right, right now, today, you probably can get a good dog. As most puppies, some puppies may run you, I've seen them $7,000. Um, you know, it's not that you can say how much a puppy is worth or how much should it cost, because the breeder should be able to set his own price. You shouldn't, it's so much go into breeding dogs. You got, with this economy, dog food is through the roof. Vet bills, homing these dogs, putting together quality dogs. That breeder has to buy quality dogs to be able to put together to give you a great puppy. So with that in mind, you have, it's I put it, you're not gonna spend no less than $2,000 for a quality Rottweiler puppy. If you think about paying anything less than that, then just wait till you get your money right and then go, because a quality Rottweiler puppy is going to cost you some money.
Right, right. And I agree. I agree. When I told y'all earlier about, it's more than just, buying the dog, you buying the breeder, you buying
Yep.
the information, you buying everything that comes with it, you buying the brand. I know some people think, oh, you're not gonna be able to sell your puppies for what they sell their puppies for. Remember that. You're not them.
No, you're not them.
But but you're also not a zero if you got one of their dogs, right? So if they're selling said puppies for 6,000, man, you can finagle it to get your numbers up.
Yeah.
Also, it's all about the market. This is what I say. You are the value of a puppy is what most people are willing to pay for it. And I always I got people I'm mentored too, and I tell them, hey, your prices are too low. You got to keep in mind that depending on your pricing, it's the type of people that you're dealing with.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter. Like somebody, you say, oh, I'm gonna charge $900 because I don't want to make no money off. I just want for the love of the dog. You also don't want dogs to end up in shelters. Let's say a surgery or something ends up being $1,200. Now, if you pay $3,000 for that dog, you love that dog. Cool. You'll pay for that.
Yep,
now you pay $900 for that dog. Now you thinking, man, maybe I should put that dog down.
Yep.
It's a little different. That should come in pricing too. I feel like part of that kind of price. Now on top of that, it's quality, it's the brand. Health test. When I say health test, I'm talking about a reputation. Reputation of health test, not just because anybody can buy 2 dogs that are already health tested. I got dogs, adult dogs that are available health tested already. So you can buy, say someone buy Thor, and you're like, I got this dog, he's already health tested, he did it, but I did that, right? So, but you got to develop your reputation of having all dogs that do that. That's what builds your clientele, and people start trusting you over time. And I don't know, because when I first started, I felt like I was underselling myself, because that's who I am. I'm an accountant, so I always think low. I don't know why. I'm a cost person. My wife tells me all the time I'm a cost person, not really a market person. It's like, well, the market says this. That's what I was gonna have my brother on here, man. My brother's the opposite of me. He keeps me honest as far as he's a market person. He's a market person. So when my brother tell you a dream. My brother say your dream. I won't lie to you. I'm a general person where I have a price. All right, this is what my price is. Boom, boom, boom. So I ain't got to juggle with you. If you want to be messy, some people messy and want to go talk. Hey man, how much he charge you? Because I seen sometimes some people like, oh man, he told me this and that. So I don't like that, because they give me used car salesman type vibes. Don't do that.
Yeah, stick with.
I'm gonna give different people different prices. And, because of who they are and stuff like that.
I
think we have cases. Sometimes I don't go ask somebody, because I'm like, man, if they know who I am, they might charge me more just because who I am.
Yep. Because you got to keep your prices the way they are, because like you said, if you start jumping all over the place with your prices, people are gonna be like, oh well, you did this for this person, you did that for that person. Your price should be already set when you start to do that breeding. You should know what that line is going to produce, what that dog should produce, what those 2 dogs should produce, the quality. You should be able to have all that lined up so you can set the market for your price. Like you said, these dogs with the breeder, you should be able to talk to the breeder. You should understand what that breeder. Something you get a breeder that can. I had BBK when I bought a couple of dogs from her. She taught me. She said, "Don't ever downplay what you got. Know what you got and stick with what you got and stick with that market price because you can bring the value of other people's dog down when you do your dog low." And you got
Yes.
that quality and you
Yeah.
underbidding your own self. Now I can go get it from Jamie because he got it for 2,000 instead of GSP.
All right.
That can
And
cause
a lot of
problems.
stuff is location based too. There's a lot
Yeah.
of people like you from our area. If you like me in a way, you might get sticker shock when you first start hearing about dogs and dogs prices and stuff like that because we just used to things being a lot lower because the the cost of living is lower. But places everywhere can be touched now. Everywhere can be touched. So the market is not just like I'm in South Carolina. The market is not just South Carolina. The market is everywhere. All right. So and that's how you gotta. So we're not just competing with people in South Carolina. I know some people like to come out and touch a dog. Cool enough, but you also got people, in California, New York, all these people, all these breeders are people that you compete with as well. So my man said, seen top quality looking riders between 3 and 4K.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
And let me see here. Make sure I answer everybody's question. What would you do? Oh, that's question. That's literally what you doing over there.
Yeah. Go ahead. You go first.
I'll let you go. So this is kind of your
advertise. I mean, if you got a female, you waiting for that female to come of age, you still need to advertise. You need to show your dog. Let people see your dogs grow up. Let them see the videos of your dogs as puppies. Let them see your family interacting with them. Let your dogs go. Because right now, I've been doing the same thing what you asking with my female. She came in the age now. She's ready to breed. But people can go back and look at it and say, "Oh, I saw that dog when she been first a puppy. Saw her at a year old. I saw that a year and a half." And then they feel like they're part of the dog when the dog grew up. So with that, you put that up, into things and then put your kennel with it. You already got an audience. You already got a clientele building. So to sell dogs, you got to build that clientele way before your puppy's born.
Yep, and I agree. Same thing. When I was talking about me starting the YouTube and stuff, this is when my dogs were puppies. So by the time they were able to be bred, everybody knew who Duchess and Draco were. Like they've been on the screen for so long, just as puppies, and just me just pulling out my phone, pressing record. Sometimes it doesn't have to be perfect, right? It has to be you.
Yep.
Don't try to be the next person as far as like when you're marketing your dog. Just be you. And then you'll get when you first start, you may be nervous, but eventually you'll get the vibe of how you want to handle your marketing and do your stuff. Just post it, just like anything else on social media. Post it.
Yep. You can get some haters. You can get some people talking trash, but
don't you're gonna get haters. You're gonna always get haters. That's for sure.
Explain quality.
Well, he want to hit you with a haul.
Yeah, that's a haul right there. I hear you. Well, quality for me is I look for that structure. I look for big bone. I look for the angulation of the back. I look for the muzzle, like you said, the headpiece. Sometimes you may have quality, but you got to add something or take something from that quality to build a better quality. So you have to be able to adjust yourself. And to me, quality is just I know you see some people, the show quality. You got show quality dogs and you got the working dogs. People say I look at the show quality dog and I'm not a fan of the show dog. I think it's too small. I think they're correct in structure, but I think they're too small. So I think you can get that show quality look in a larger dog. That's what I shoot for.
There you go. I really had to. It makes sense to me.
Yeah. But
I mean, really, yeah, same thing. I like me quality. I don't know. You know when you see it.
Yeah.
On top of like I told you, reputation, well-bred dog. They have a certain look to them. They have a certain act to them, and it depends on what niche you're in as far as quality. Quality, it's subjective. Like it's some things that are objective. Like okay, it definitely has to have this, and this. As far as a rider, right? You can't have a watered down rider and say the quality. So once you get to a certain level, and I talk about this on my YouTube page all the time. Once you get to a certain level, then there's little things that people consider quality, depending on what you like in your dog, right? Because some people they're in the riders because they like to go out there and do their thing with the rider, just them, right? So they might like protection dogs, right? So their dog might not be with their family a lot. They dog they go out there and bite something. Yeah, they go out there and train it. Get stuff off their chest because they got a lot of aggression, so they want to boom boom boom, which is perfectly fine. And you got some people, it's a family dog. That dog might just be running through the house and stuff. So that's a quality dog for them. It's something that look good, run through the house and do what it's supposed to do. If you hear something outside, let everybody know.
Yeah, and if you got quality, people in the streets gonna tell you got quality. You're gonna know you got quality. So yeah.
All right. Yeah. Let's make sure I put that up. 6,500.
I knew it. I knew it was coming.
See, and I will say though, his pricing. I said everybody's pricing is good to go for me. Good to go for me. If you can get it. But, because honest enough, when I started, this is what I really don't tell people too much. When I started, I did make a couple phone calls, and the guy, he wanted 2 interviews, a vet reference, and his dogs were $6,500.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, I sell dogs. So I'm fresh in the game. This is before I even put my deposit down for Dutchess and stuff. So this like way, I don't know. And I was like, boy, Rottweilers cost that much. So I didn't know. So I saw this when I started YouTube. I heard somebody say, "Oh man, you can't deal with these." Man, listen, I learned most of my general information from watching YouTubers.
Yep.
Learning about pricing, learning about what's quality, and then because I go back, look at it, and I went back to him. I said, "Oh, that man would have got me."
Yeah,
that man got me. And he don't get me wrong, he had show dogs, but all he was doing was buying dogs from overseas, putting them together, and charging arm and leg. He's still down there. I ain't gonna, he's still down there, but it's a branding thing, right? He got a lot of followers. He don't need he's not a social media follower. He's not black, so I know a lot of times when it's a black breeder and you hit a lot of pricing and stuff, they get a lot of negative influence. This guy's not black, so you won't hear about him. But he also $6,500 when I started 4-5 years ago, $6,500 4 or 5 years ago. I think I want to say 5 years ago. And then the next time was a guy in North Carolina. I didn't say what that guy was. I did that on purpose. But the next time was a guy in North Carolina. He's sending pictures of the dog. He only had 2 pictures, and his dog and this guy. I looked at on Google. I looked at where he stays and stuff like that, the yard and stuff. And then I looked at the picture. I found that picture through a Google image search, and it was a picture from Serbia. That's a red flag for me when the person has a dog and have no pictures of them in their yard or no pictures of them with them. Like I want to see the dog with you.
Yes.
So thankfully, I was working at a bank at that time period, so I didn't get got that time. Now, I haven't got before after the fact, but those 2 situations I did not get got. Good. And that was shout out to the YouTubers, and that's how I know about the 6,500 though, because one of the people I was watching at the time period. This is when he was actually making videos. So he's online a lot. I'm live a lot now. Yeah. Then so it was him. Y'all know I like to call names. So when I first started watching on YouTube, I was watching Butler, Proctor, ZTR. Then I ran into the smaller YouTubers now. And GSP is one of them. Make sure y'all, if you're not already, make sure you subscribe. Yeah, Davis Rottweiler I watch. Man, who I can't even think of everybody right now, man. I'm drawing a blank, but yeah, that's what I do. I watch everybody, even if I don't care for their dog. I watch bully breeders. Yeah. I watch the little ugly bully breeders. No offense, I shouldn't say ugly. See, this is why I don't like to go live. The real messed up exotics, what they call it, not micro exotics. I I still watch the breeders, so you can learn something from anybody. You know, however they do it, marketing wise or whatever. You know, nobody's perfect. So me, I'm always studying. I'm always studying and I'm giving out game at the same time. That's how I work out. Yeah. I'll make sure we have any other questions before we shut it down because we don't went over our hour already. Said big boss. Big boss. Big boss.
Morgan.
Kendall, Rock Big Bro?
Yeah.
Morgan AD?
Yeah, AD.
Okay, yeah. Morgan AD. Okay, yeah. I watched them too. Yeah.
I did watch them a long time.
They slow down though. They slow down like dropping the videos. And me, I'm so picky, y'all. I need a good. I had told Proctor, man. I need a good 6-7 minutes, man.
Yeah.
I don't need no 3-minute video. I need a good 6-7 minutes, and then on the max end, I need a thing to be dropped off at about 30. so give me somewhere in between there. We good to go. But yeah, they need to start dropping more. Oh, my man says, oh yeah. I do a little bit of both, man. That's the mentor thing, man. I give out free game too, though. When I'm just talking, so that's the thing about my YouTube channel, man. Is it's a lot of joke cracking, a lot of talking, but you just get some game right in the mix of it, right?
Well, how you feel about that mentorship?
Oh yeah, clearly I get.
Everybody talking about the mentorships and now stuff.
But no, you know, me, I think it's a value. It's a value in it. It's a value in the information, you know, especially when you know a lot. You've already been through a lot. And then you're able to skip some of the steps. So me, I'm a big DNA guy. So I feel like, and then, you know, business guy, because I'm an accountant in my regular life. So when it comes to like the business aspect of it, and then you know, DNA, the attention to detail, anything that's like attention to detail, I feel like I got a lot of game to give on a personal level. Like if you want to go one-on-one. Mm-hmm. But what I give out is also good too. But see, I get a lot of people that ask a lot of direct questions, but you're not supporting, right? You ain't watching not one YouTube. Come on, man. You ain't shopping with me. But so I appreciate everybody that, you know, actually work with me and do everything. You know what I'm saying? Take my consultation stuff serious, and you know, I try to give them as much game as possible, man, because I want you to win now. Just as much as I want to win, I want everybody to do business with me to win.
That's it.
It's up. All right, I think we answered everything, man. All right, then. So we're gonna shut it down for the night, man. Appreciate y'all for watching. You wanted to say anything at the end? Oh, make sure y'all subscribe, man. The GFP Ride on the YouTube channel if you haven't already. Follow that Facebook page if you watch it from Facebook. All right, you can go ahead with you.
All right, I just want to thank you for having me on your show. Appreciate it. This I want to see this show grow. Talking to you a while. Got to know you've been to your yard, beautiful dogs. Thor is very impressive. That dog can jump out of kennel. Yeah. I've seen it personally. This dog can jump out of kennel. But you can reach me at EFR Rottweilers. Jamie, follow me on Facebook, Jamie Evans. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on TikTok. I have a breeding coming up in a few days. My girl Sasha with my boy Johnny Cash. And then I have a new girl coming in January, maybe before January. Once again, I like to thank GSP for blessing me with his beautiful girl Duchess. She's gonna join the camp. We got big things for her, and gonna show her love and bring her in, and I think we gonna show some people some stuff. So yeah, we ready. We ready.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Appreciate y'all for watching, man. We out here.